Hey everybody, this is John Franklin Reviewer, and this time I'm not doing a movie review. I'm actually doing a top 10 movies that deserve a sequel. Okay, so again, this is just my opinion. Some people may agree or disagree with this here, but and there might be possibly some spoilers here and there. Number 10, The Fog, the original, not the remake. I would love to have seen another Fog movie. I just really love like those ghost pirates and all that. I really thought that was kind of cool, even though that the way the movie actually ended seemed like it was it just worked out like a whole just one story like it's supposed to be and one and done. But I don't know, I just feel like I would love to actually not have to see the franchise, just to see at least just one sequel to this movie would have been nice. Number 9 is one that I don't think a lot of people talk about anymore, and I wish they'd talk about it more, is The Forsaken. Love to see a sequel to this movie here too, especially the way that this one did actually end. I really enjoyed it on that way. Yeah, of course you get your bad guy, your vampire dies and all that there, but the one who was the hunter, who was also bitten, trying to still become your hero instead of becoming a blood-sucking bastard, had to go still find his one. The two victims that was with the vampire hunter ended up surviving perfectly. They killed who they needed to kill, and they both survived because they both pretty much got bitten by the same vampire there. But your hunter was still looking, and I kind of wish there was another one that would have came out, honestly. But I guess the movie really didn't do that well to do that. Number 8 will be Ferngully 2. Love to see another one for that movie there. The thing was, especially the way it ended with Tim Curry, doing the voice of your villain and all that. And the way that I remember he dies is that they throw these particular seeds. And he was pretty much like, soot and dirt is all he really was and all that. So he becomes a tree again and gets himself trapped. Maybe it would almost feel like it was the same story as the first one, but I just love the hell out of it. And I definitely have to also mention Robin Williams doing the voice of the big bad and his little rap song he has in there. I really like that a lot there. And just to see Tim Curry come back and playing evil smoke and all that, I really did enjoy that. Number 7 might be a surprise to people. I know this movie didn't do that well, but I recently watched it maybe no more than about a month ago. A movie called Priest. And I really liked it, and I definitely would love to see another adventure in that kind of movie. I just thought it was really good. Paul Bettany, something different from him being Vision, and of course Jarvis from the Avengers movies and Iron Man movies. And he did a damn good job in the movie, and I thought great action. I wish there was maybe a little bit more action in the movie, but it was really good. And there were some surprises in the movie there. Number 6 would be South Park 2, or another South Park to be exact. Definitely really enjoyed this movie. Trey Parker and Matt Stone were saying that they were never going to ever do sequels to their movies and all that, and damn, I almost really wish they would, truthfully. I have to be honest, I was not a big fan of Team America, the whole puppeteer thing and all that. I don't know, I thought it was okay. But with South Park, I just thought it was a damn good movie. And even though it's been over 20 years since the movie came out, I definitely wish we can get at least one more sequel. We'll see if that ever happens. If not, again, wishful thinking, right? Number 5, so we're halfway through this list here. A movie called Dog Soldiers. This is another one like The Forsaken. I don't think people talk about anymore, and I would love to see, not only would I love to see a second one, I would love to see a third one of this and have a trilogy out of this here. Because honestly, the first one was damn good with pretty much a bunch of soldiers versus werewolves. It was really cool. It was one of those things that you had no idea really what was going on for the longest time. And there were some twists and turns that I actually didn't see coming, and I actually thought it was, still good, still good now and all that. Because this movie came out back in 2002, I want to say. So we're talking, about 18, 19 years ago since this movie came out. And I got to be honest with you, I still love the hell out of the first one. I love some of the little pictures they do during the end credits and all that there. It was really cool on that. Great action, great actors. It was really good. Really loved it for what it was there. Number 4 is a movie called Ninja Assassin. It is one of these movies you could just pop in, turn off your brain, and it's a bloody good time. It's not a horror movie, but it's an action, bloody movie. Just great almost everything about it. The only problem I really had with the movie was that it was a lot of CGI blood. I wasn't too thrilled with that personally. But other than that, I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie. This was definitely one of the best movies the year that it came out. Like, number 3 is Drive Angry. Yes, I love this movie. This has got to be one of the final Nicolas Cage movies that was actually on the big screen. Yeah, I know he had a small voiceover part in Teen Titans Go, the movies. Of course, I didn't see that movie. But of like live action, I think this was one of the last ones that he really did before he pretty much went off the rails and started doing like a lot of these, DVD straight to video releases and all that there. But Drive Angry was just a fun movie. I like the way it actually ended. I like the way the bad guy gets killed. He fucking deserved it, especially when you're gonna, kill a fucking baby. Really, So I love the accountant who was going for. Actually, to a point, he was trying to go after Nicolas Cage's character, Milton, I think his character's name was. And then, next thing you know, he was actually helping out Milton and all of that. And of course, the whole thing where the accountant and Milton are driving back to hell and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, there was a line in there from Milton that said, hey, if the devil pretty much puts me back in that whatever room or whatever, I'm going to break out and get the hell out again and kind of thing. And the accountant's like, well, if you do, I'll be there to get you kind of thing. I just really would love to see like one more adventure, even though that the movie was kind of just this whole thing when Nicolas Cage was going for trying to save his granddaughter. That's who the baby that the bad guy wanted to kill and all that there. But I feel like there could have been something else to it. Like, I don't know, maybe his granddaughter all grown up and maybe ends up making the stupid mistakes that his daughter did or something like that. Again, it might seem like it's a repeat. Now we're at the top 2. Number 2, Dread. Now I hear rumor, and now this is not the Stallone one, this is the one that Carl Urban was actually Dread. I love the hell out of this movie. This is a great movie here. And there's rumors that there's supposed to be a sequel. So I was like, well, I didn't know if I was going to put it on this list or not, but I was like, hell with it, I'm going to do it anyways. So, will there ever be one? We'll see. Just cross my fingers and hopefully they will. I just loved everything about it. I love the villain. I just love the whole story, the whole just one place, like almost like a horror movie kind of setting and all that in this apartment building. Oh, very bloody too, for sure. That's what I liked about it. More bloody than I think the Stallone movie. And my number 1 is a movie called Tango and Cash. Hey, you still got Stallone, you still got Kurt Russell here alive. Even if it's one of those things that maybe they have their own children who are cops and all that, and maybe they go through their own hell kind of thing. Maybe the children get kidnapped, and maybe your main characters from the original come back from retirement and have to go save their children. And just, we need movies like this back than what we have now. I'm sorry. I'd love to see another Tango and Cash. So anyways, those are pretty much my thoughts on that. So give me a comment down below. What exactly sequels would you like to see? Now, there's already one that has a sequel, and maybe you would want to see another sequel. Put that down there too. I'd be kind of curious. If you have a top 10, even if you just got one, give me that one. I'll be really curious there. So thank you guys so much for watching my top 10 list. I do appreciate it. If you do like this and want to continue seeing more, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification button there so you can be all updated with me here. And as always, stay awesome.